Hey, everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. I love these deep dives.
Yeah.
We get to learn about so many interesting things.
That's right. And today we're going to be looking at e-commerce in Indonesia.
Now.
But with a bit of a twist.
Yeah, a twist.
Because we're focusing on...
A book publisher.
That's right. An Indonesian book publisher.
Called
Kanisius.
Ow.
And our source material today is a fascinating series of YouTube videos from...
The Old Man.
The Old Man and the Screen.
Who I have to say I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, he's great.
He really gets into the nitty-gritty of website analysis.
Exactly. He uses Kanisius as a case study to explore how even a traditional industry, like book publishing,
is being impacted by digital trends.
That's right.
So we'll be looking at website design and marketing strategies.
Even a bit of competitive analysis.
All through the lens of...
selling books online in Indonesia.
That's right, in Indonesia.
And the first video jumps right into a problem.
Oh, problem.
A very common problem.
Yes.
Faced by a lot of Indonesian businesses.
And what is that?
Double input.
Double input.
And outdated websites.
I'm intrigued.
So many companies, including Kanisius,
Okay.
are selling their products on multiple platforms, like
Their own website.
their own website, Tokopedia, Shopee.
All the big ones.
Yeah, exactly. And the problem is they have to manually update their inventory.
Oh, that sounds like a pain.
Every time a sale happens on each of those platforms.
Wow.
So you can imagine
Oh my goodness.
you're selling
hundreds of books.
Yeah.
On 3 different platforms.
It's a nightmare.
Nightmare.
And it's incredibly time-consuming.
Inefficient.
And prone to errors.
Oh, I can only imagine.
And the Old Man, he doesn't hold back
No, he doesn't.
on his critique of Kanisius's websites.
Laying it all out there.
He highlights design flaws and broken links.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunities.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
One of the most striking things he talks about
Yeah.
is the idea of a foreign publisher who's interested in maybe buying translation rights to some of Kanisius's books.
Yeah.
And they go to the website
Right.
and they're met with broken links and like awkward English.
That's not a good look.
Not a good first impression.
Not at all.
You want to put your best foot forward.
Absolutely.
So what's the solution?
Well, according to the Old Man APIs,
API?
application programming interfaces,
Now that sounds a little intimidating.
it does sound a bit technical,
Yeah.
but it's actually not as complex as it sounds.
Okay.
Think of an API
Okay.
as a messenger that allows different software systems to talk to each other
Okay. I like that.
and share data.
Okay.
For example,
Yeah.
when a book is sold on Tokopedia, an API can automatically update
Oh,
the stock numbers on the publisher's website
that's brilliant.
in real time.
No more manual input.
No more double input.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it streamlines the whole process.
And saves a lot of headaches, I'm sure.
Headaches and errors.
Right. And time. So APIs can do a lot more than just update inventory.
They can pull data from sales orders,
Customer information,
logistics,
logistics.
all sorts of things.
So they can really streamline
The whole operation.
the whole operation.
And make it much more efficient.
I'm starting to like these APIs.
I too.
And
They're very powerful,
the cool thing is
Yeah.
that platforms like WooCommerce
which is used for WordPress websites.
and Tokopedia,
They already have APIs available
that's great.
with documentation.
So you don't have to start from scratch.
Exactly.
What is documentation?
Documentation is basically like an instruction manual
Okay.
for programmers.
Okay.
It explains how to use the API.
To connect the different systems.
Exactly.
So you could have your website, your marketplace storefront, your inventory management,
Even your accounting software
all talking to each other.
seamlessly.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
So the Old Man also talks about an Indonesian company called Circlo
And they help businesses
that might not have.
that don't have in-house programming expertise
Right.
to set up these API integrations.
So they're like the
They're the experts.
API expert.
Yeah, you can outsource.
Outsource it to them.
Exactly.
So you've got the DIY approach
Mhm.
where you learn to implement APIs yourself.
That's the Old Man's preferred approach.
He likes to get his hands dirty.
Yeah. He's all about learning and having control over your own systems.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
But you could also outsource to a company like Circlo.
For faster implementation.
Yeah, if you need a quicker solution.
Right. If you don't have the time or the resources to learn it yourself,
Makes sense.
it's a trade-off.
Yeah. What are the pros and cons of each approach?
Well, the DIY approach,
Yeah.
it takes more time.
Yeah.
But the Old Man argues that
I gain valuable knowledge and control.
are your systems.
You're not reliant on a third party.
Exactly.
You can customize everything exactly how you want it.
That's right.
but outsourcing.
It definitely has its appeal.
Speed and convenience.
You can focus on other aspects of your business.
While the experts handle the technical stuff.
Exactly.
So it really depends on your situation,
That's right.
your resources, your long-term goals.
Do you have the time to invest in learning APIs?
Right.
Or do you need a quicker solution?
So you can move on to other things.
Exactly.
Now,
Besides APIs,
his videos also delve into...
just insightful website analysis.
Yeah, the old man, he actually compares Kanisius's websites.
With their competitors.
Yeah, competitors,
Including
Benteng Pustaka,
from the Mizan Group?
Mizan Group, and even the International Giant Penguin,
That's right. He's looking at the big players.
to see how they're doing things.
And it's a fascinating comparison.
Yeah, what does he look at?
He examines a wide range of aspects from
Yeah.
website design,
Nah.
product presentation,
Content quality.
marketing tactics,
Well, like, the whole 9 yards
getting a behind-the-scenes peek.
at what's working for other companies in the industry.
That's right. And he makes some really interesting observations.
Okay, for example,
Yeah.
Benteng Pustaka.
Yeah.
They use these 3D, like, book displays on their website.
Which is very visually appealing.
Very cool.
Catches your eye.
And they have really detailed product descriptions.
Which give potential buyers a much better understanding of each book.
So you can really get a sense of
What the book's about.
before you buy it.
Exactly.
Now, Penguin, on the other hand,
They take a different approach.
they're all about
They're more focused on conveying their brand personality,
engaging.
website copy,
So less technical details.
more about capturing the essence of what makes Penguin unique.
I see.
It's a different strategy, but it's clearly working for them.
Yeah. They're a big name.
They are.
And then there's Mizan Store.
Mizan Group's online store,
They've got some...
impressive e-commerce features,
Yeah.
bundled products, and a wide variety of digital payment options. They're really thinking about the entire customer journey
And then make it...
as smooth and convenient as possible.
So they've really figured out...
The whole e-commerce thing.
So we've got these 3 different approaches,
Mm-hmm.
each with their own strengths and weaknesses
What are the key takeaways?
for our listener.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is the importance of understanding your target audience
Okay.
and tailoring your online presence to meet their needs.
Okay.
Whether you're focused on detailed product descriptions,
Right.
a strong brand voice,
Right.
a seamless e-commerce experience,
It all comes down to...
creating a website that resonates with the people you're trying to reach.
Makes sense.
It's not just about aesthetics either.
It's about functionality.
A well-designed website should be easy to navigate,
Provide clear information.
make it easy for customers to find what they're looking for.
And we've also seen the potential
Of APIs
the API
to
app,
transform business operations,
streamlining everything.
automating tasks, reducing errors.
A valuable lesson for any business,
Absolutely.
not just book publishing.
That's right.
So speaking of lessons,
Yeah.
let's move on to the second video,
Okay.
where the old man really dives deep
Into the critique.
into the critique of Kanisius's websites.
He doesn't hold back.
No, he doesn't.
He gets into the nitty-gritty
He does.
on what's working
And what's not working.
and what's not working at all.
He tells it like it is.
He does. He starts with their main website,
Okay.
and then he moves on to their international rights website.
Okay.
And let me tell you, he finds a lot to critique.
Really?
Awkward English, broken links,
Hmm.
outdated information, poor readability.
Wow.
It's clear these websites need
A serious overhaul.
a serious overhaul.
Okay, so what kind of specific issues does he point out?
Well, he flags things like outdated information, like a
Well.
link to a partner's old website.
Oh.
He even calls out grammatical errors in the marketing copy.
Ouch.
These might seem like small details, but they can really impact a visitor's perception of the company.
Yeah. First impressions are important.
Absolutely.
What else?
He talks about readability,
Okay.
showing how some of the text on the website is practically unreadable on a
yeah.
laptop,
Yeah.
let alone a mobile phone.
Oh, wow.
This brings up a crucial point: mobile-first design.
Right. Because these days,
So important.
everyone's browsing on their phones.
Exactly. If your website isn't optimized for mobile, you're alienating a huge chunk of your potential audience.
That's a good point.
It affects everything from user experience to search engine rankings.
So yeah, mobile first redesign.
Seems like a top priority.
Top priority for Kanisius.
Definitely.
Okay, so what about their competitors?
Yeah.
Does he have any insights into how they're doing things differently?
Absolutely. In the third video, he shifts his focus to Benteng Pustaka's website,
Okay.
which is a real standout.
I'm curious to hear what he has to say about them because I've seen their website and it's
Visually very appealing.
very visually appealing. Yes.
He praises their use of those 3D-like book displays we mentioned earlier,
Yes.
along with their clean, modern design.
Okay.
Great typography, effective use of white space.
So it sounds like they found a good balance between being visually engaging and easy to navigate.
Exactly. And they've also created engaging author spotlights
Oh, interesting.
with dedicated pages for prominent authors
like
Emha Ainun Najib. These pages go beyond just biographical information.
Right.
They feature book excerpts and even videos.
That's a great way to showcase their authors.
Yeah, and give potential readers a deeper understanding of their work.
Right.
It really transforms the website from a static catalog into a dynamic hub for literary exploration.
I like that.
It's something Kanisius could definitely learn from.
Okay, what about Mizzen Store?
Mizzen Store is a powerhouse of e-commerce functionality.
Really?
They seemingly addressed all those challenges that Kanisius is facing.
What?
With double input and manual updates,
Okay.
their system seamlessly integrates their various imprints and sales channels,
Wow.
making for a much smoother and more efficient operation.
So they've really figured out the whole API integration thing.
It seems like they have.
Okay.
They've got smooth navigation, detailed product descriptions, multiple payment options, and even a dropshipping program.
Wow.
They've clearly thought about the entire customer journey
It sounds like it.
and designed their website to make it as easy as possible for people to buy books.
And they're not afraid to use like bundled products
Yeah.
and creative discount strategies
Absolutely.
to appeal to different customer segments.
They're really thinking outside the box when it comes to marketing and promotion.
It sounds like they're miles ahead of Kanisius in terms of their online presence.
It's a stark contrast for sure.
Yeah.
But remember, it's not about feeling defeated.
Right.
It's about learning from what others are doing well
Right.
and finding ways to apply those lessons to your own business.
You can always improve.
Exactly. Mizzen Store is a great example of how a publisher can leverage e-commerce to reach a wider audience and streamline their operations.
Now, the old man doesn't just focus on Indonesian publishers.
No, he doesn't.
He also takes a look at Penguin's website.
The international giant.
I'm eager to hear his take on that.
Well, Penguin's website is a masterclass
In-
branding and content marketing.
Okay.
They have a distinct visual identity,
Okay.
engaging copywriting, and a wealth of interesting content.
So they're not just selling books.
No, they're building a community around their brand.
I see.
And their website design is sleek, modern, and incredibly user-friendly.
What are some of the specific design elements that he highlights?
He talks about their bold use of typography,
Okay.
their simple but effective color palette,
Right.
and their embrace of white space.
Yeah, white space is important.
They've clearly invested heavily in creating a top-notch online experience
Sounds like it.
that reflects their brand values.
So it sounds like they've taken all the best practices from the other websites we've looked at and kind of elevated them to a whole new level.
They've really set the bar high for online book selling.
Okay, so we've seen the good, the bad, and the absolutely stellar.
Yeah, a good mix.
What are the key takeaways from this website deep dive?
I think the biggest takeaway is that a website is much more than just an online brochure.
Okay.
It's a powerful tool for connecting with customers, building your brand, and driving sales.
And in today's digital world,
Essential.
a well-designed, user-friendly website
Absolutely.
is essential for any business.
Regardless of size or industry,
So we've also seen the importance of
understanding your target audience,
crafting a clear brand message,
and using technology to your advantage,
whether it's APIs
That could
to
be
streamline
similar.
operations.
or a mobile-first design to reach a wider audience.
There are many ways to leverage technology to create a better online experience.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the value of learning from your competitors.
Yeah,
It's not about copying them,
right.
but rather understanding what they're doing well.
And finding inspiration to improve your own approach. Exactly.
Yeah.
You can learn from the best, even if they're in a different industry or a different country.
Now, before we wrap up,
Yeah.
the old man does something really interesting in the last video.
Oh,
He shows us a prototype
a prototype.
of what a redesigned website for Kanisius could look like.
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you, it's a huge improvement.
I'm so curious to hear about this. What kind of changes does he propose?
Well, he really takes all the criticisms he's made and turns them into actionable design solutions.
So it's like a website makeover?
Exactly like a before and after.
I love those.
Yeah.
So what does he start with?
Well, he starts by emphasizing the importance of visual hierarchy,
Okay.
using bold typography and strategic placement of images
Okay.
to guide the visitor's eye and highlight the most important information.
So no more walls of text.
No more walls of text.
No more confusing navigation.
Exactly. Everything's clear and easy to find.
I like it.
And he also demonstrates how the redesigned website could incorporate e-commerce features.
Oh, taking inspiration from Mizan's store.
Exactly. He shows how Kanisius could implement secure payment gateways.
Offer multiple shipping options.
Even create a loyalty program.
Wow, it's like taking all those lessons learned from the competitor analysis
And putting them into practice.
making it a reality.
Yeah, he's presenting a vision for how Kanisius could really transform their online presence.
And become a major player in the Indonesian e-commerce landscape.
Exactly.
And of course, he doesn't forget about
Mobile-first design.
mobile-first design.
He shows how the prototype adapts seamlessly to different screen sizes.
So it's easy to browse on any device.
Any device.
Perfect.
He even suggests incorporating elements of storytelling.
Oh, storytelling. I like that.
Yeah, he talks about including employee profiles,
Okay.
behind-the-scenes glimpses of the publishing process,
Oh, that'd be interesting.
even customer testimonials.
So it's all about humanizing the brand.
Exactly, creating a more personal connection with the audience.
I like it.
He also shows how a dedicated section for international rights,
Right.
with a clear and concise presentation of Kanisius's catalog
Okay.
for foreign publishers could be incorporated.
So no more broken links.
No more broken links.
No more awkward English.
Exactly.
I got it all figured out.
It's like he's taken all the best elements from the websites we've discussed
Right.
and combined them into a blueprint for a truly world-class online presence for Kanisius.
And the great thing is,
Yeah.
these principles can be applied to any website,
Absolutely.
regardless of industry or location.
That's the beauty of it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have
We've explored the challenges and opportunities of e-commerce in Indonesia,
the power of APIs.
the importance of a well-designed website.
It's all connected.
But what does it all mean for our listener?
Here's something to think about.
Okay.
If you were tasked with redesigning Kanisius's websites, what aspects would you prioritize based on what we've learned from their competitors
What unique features could you create
to help Kanisius stand out?
in that crowded online marketplace?
How would you use technology to solve those real-world problems we talked about
Like double input and outdated information.
and create a seamless, enjoyable experience for every customer?
So many things to consider.
It's a challenge.
But it's an exciting challenge.
It is. This deep dive has given us a framework for thinking about e-commerce,
But the real innovation comes from.
applying these principles to your own unique situation.
So go out there and explore.
Analyze websites
Learn about APIs.
and imagine the
Who
possibilities.
knows?
You might be the one to revolutionize the Indonesian book industry.
Or any industry for that matter.
Until next time.
Happy exploring.